Hey guys, what's up? It's Mate. I hope you guys are good. A couple days ago, the Lord gave me a message on relying on things other than Himself, right? So putting your reliance and your trust in Him and in Him only. And the message that He gave to illustrate this was in Hosea 7:11. And this is an example of when the nation of Israel looked to other nations for help as opposed to looking towards God, right? In verse 11, it says, Ephraim also is like a silly dove without sense. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. Wherever they go, I will spread my net on them, and I'll bring them down like birds of the air, and I will chastise them according to what their congregation has heard. Woe to them, for they have fled from me. Destruction to them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I redeemed them, yet they spoke lies against me. So even though God was good to them, even though God redeemed them, though God was willing to help them, they were putting their trust and they were looking for solutions in places other than in God Himself. And the author of the scripture used, a couple of metaphors to illustrate this. For example, Ephraim is like a silly dove. It gives you the impression that Israel went back and forth, kind of, when you look at a dove flying, they just kind of go back and forth from one branch to the other, not really having some sort of direction. They were like a misguided bird, just going from one place to the other. And their allegiance to God was half-hearted. Sorry, it was half-hearted. Now, in this scripture, I see this applying to us in a couple of ways, because we are always faced with situations where we could either run to Egypt and Assyria, we could run towards worldly solutions, we could run towards solutions that don't involve God, or we could instead remember when God has redeemed us and we could run towards Him instead. And I think that's the message that the Lord wanted to give His church and His people. In this time when there's political unrest, when there's social unrest, when people may be faced with tough positions in their jobs, where they may be faced with tough positions in their own families, it's just a reminder of where your focus should be. That it shouldn't be on trying to figure out things yourself and going towards different places that, you see, the thing about Egypt and Assyria is they were pagan nations, right? Their ideologies and the things that they did were against God. So for the people of God to go to these places for help, God took that as an insult. I mean, after all, is He not God? Is He not able to sustain His own people? And I think that's what He was getting to in this piece of scripture, right? And that's why He was angry, and that's why He wanted to punish them, because they took their eyes off of Him. They served Him half-heartedly as opposed to putting their full trust in Him. So that's just kind of the warning that I want to give, and a reminder that whatever situation that you're in, whatever tough decision that you're facing, remember to put your full trust in God and have God help you in the situation. And don't try to skirt around God by trying to find your own solution, because that will come back to bite you. And I don't think God will be pleased with that, because He's more than able to help you, whatever situation that you're in. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. Until next time, I'm out.